Johann Heinrich von Thünen was an estate owner in northern Germany. He first proposed the model in 1826 in the book The Isolated State. The von Thünen model shows that a commercial farmer considers which crops to plant and which animals to raise based on the market location, considering the two costs of land and transportation. And here's an example of the model modified by a river. There are 6 assumptions for the von Thünen model. 1, that there is only one market available and it is self-sufficient with no outside influences. 2nd is that all farmers are market-oriented and they produce goods for sale, not subsistence. The 3rd is that the physical environment is uniform and there are no rivers or mountains. The 4th is all points are equal distances from the market and they all have equal access to the market. The 5th is all farmers act to maximize profits. And the 6th is the dietary preferences of the population or those of Germanic Europeans. One major concept of the model is land rent. Land rent or land value will decrease as one gets farther away from the central market. Rent is the highest in the closest proximity to the urban market. Other major concepts are distance from the city, preservation of food, and the amount of space. The market is located in the central of the model. Some examples of the market are Boston, Philadelphia, and New York City. The first ring contains market-oriented gardens and milk producers, and they need to be the closest to the market because they are expensive to deliver and they are perishable. The second ring consists of forestry, with wood lots and timber for construction and fuel. They need to be closer to the market as well because they are heavy, which means it is very expensive to transport them to the market. The third ring consists of cereal crops and pastures. They can be farther away from the market because they need cheaper land and they need land for crop rotation. The fourth ring is the farthest away for animal grazing and ranching because they need lots of space for the animals. Why are they located here? Some products spoil more quickly and need to be closer to the market, or some need more sensitive transportation. And some products generate higher prices at the market, and these products mean that the farmer can afford higher land rent. Therefore, dairying and gardening of fruits and vegetables would be closer to the urban market because they are perishable. Timber and firewood for fuel and building materials would be in the second zone because they are heavy. And mixed farming, commercial grain and orchards, and extensive cattle ranching would be located farther away, because transportation is cheaper. Some strengths of the model are they can identify comparisons of land use between towns based on their agricultural products, and they can identify and figure out what products they might produce knowing their soil quality and climate. Some weaknesses of the model are the assumptions are hard to hold true 100% of the time, and it doesn't take into account global trade networks, transportation, innovations, and refrigeration. Is the von Thünen model relevant today? It is relevant in less developed countries where development of transportation and food reservations are much less in rich countries. It also emphasized that the land near cities is more expensive and therefore cannot be used for the uses that do not generate a great deal of money per land unit.